Okay, so now when you're working with strum patterns, it's a great idea to grab a pick. Um, there are so many sizes and shapes, and they're very, very cheap. So you can go to any music store and pick one up or pick up a couple because we also lose them unless you're really careful. Um, and if they're special, maybe you might get a little pickpocket. Um, so, yeah, grab a pick in this case. If you don't want to use, if you don't have one, you can always use your finger, and that's not a problem. But just to save your fingers, grab a pick. Holding it with your thumb and first finger, we can talk about that technique at another time. But to get into strum patterns, we're working with kind of rhythm guitar stuff. So for now, we don't have any chords going on, nothing too complicated. And I just want you to mute your strings. I have my fingers softly on the strings, covering them. I'm not gripping. I literally just place them on top, no pressure whatsoever. And it just creates this flat rhythm sound. Okay. If I don't do it, it's all going to ring like this, and it's not the most pleasing sound in the world. So, although it's an E11, I think it's what it is. So you keep your your guitar like this for this entire exercise. Okay. So these are what this is page one of strum patterns. So we have numbers 1 through 5. Okay. When we're counting in music either has a duple meter or a triple meter. Duple meters will be anything that is kind of the 2/4, 4/4 category. Then a triple will be something 3/4, 6/8, things that are divided by threes, obviously. So a 4/4 is common time in music, which means that there are 4 beats in every measure and 4 quarter notes in every measure. So when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, this is common time, the most common time. Okay. And that you can see on the very top line right here. This is how you count that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is actually exercise number 1 is just playing quarter notes. So if, before you begin, always count off. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then play. Okay, you want to give yourself a tempo and then count along. This is great practice to be a musician. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that each one of these spaces is actually a measure of music. Okay, after you play one measure, you repeat that same measure over and over again. You just loop it, because what ends up happening in a lot of music is that there is a strum pattern that is repeated with chord changes on top. So it's a good practice to get used to what are some of the most basic patterns. Okay, so we have our muted strings, and we're playing exercise number 1. I'm going to count off, and if you notice, the arrow's going down, so you're going to be playing down. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's one measure. Now let's try it looping it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's nice to play it about 4 times, keeping it like a square, nice and boxed. Okay, keeps it everything even. This is a good practice because it will happen in music later on. Number 2, if you notice, there's a down and an up on beat 3 and on beat 4. So beat 1 is right here. Okay, we have a down. Then on beat 2 we have a down, and then on beat 3 we have down up, and then on beat 4 a down and an up. So practice what is down and up. And if you're noticing, this all comes from opening and closing my elbow. So my elbow goes down, my elbow goes up. So you have a down, up, down, up. This is just my elbow moving down and up, and then doing that on the string. I'm not getting stuck in the strings because then I can't move. You just have to move on top of the string, okay? So we have a down, up, and to count that is 3 and 4 and, or if it was the whole measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in the same pulse, okay, in that same tempo, we're going to be putting in more beats. We're going to be putting in more notes. These are called your eighth notes. The 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You can see that here in line 1. I've written a little and symbol, and those are your eighth notes, okay? That's your up beat, okay, upstroke. So let's try number 2. I'm going to count it off. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, up. Good. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, up. Now counting, how does it go? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. Now let's do it 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, if it's too challenging for you, you can go a little bit slower with any of these exercises. In the future, I will show you that you can do this with a metronome. Okay. Let's try number 3. Notice that now we have a down, up, down, up, down, up on beats 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, go a little bit slower. 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good. Now let's try it 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 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 3, and 4, and wonderful. And now let's go to rhythm pattern number 4. Right here in measures beat 2 and beat 4, you notice that there's a squiggly little line there, and that is called a rest. That's a quarter note rest. So for the same value of the quarter note, we rest. Okay, there's silence. So it would be played 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I wonder how you did. Okay. That should be self-explanatory. And the last rhythm number 5 are all eighth notes, all these down, up, down, up. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's really good with all of these rhythms to see if you can count them before you play them, because if you sing it, you can play it. So I'm going to sing number 5 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so if I get my voice to do it, I can get my fingers to do it. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, who says you can't have fun doing this while you're playing those patterns? You can sing along with any rhythm as you like. Okay, so hopefully you were able to get a handle of those strum patterns. I would recommend that you pick one, and if maybe you have some chords, pick a strum pattern, pick a chord, try them together and see how long you can hold that. You can even put a metronome on and see if you can keep a steady beat, either slow or fast. And I'll show you how to use a metronome in a future lesson. Okay, great job. Ciao.